recording. Yo, what's up, guys? How are you doing? Today I'll be reacting to this thing, the Darkside of Ryan Toys review. Alright, by Sunny V2. Shout out to him, I guess. I'll make sure to put his YouTube channel's link here. And let's see how it's going. Ah, man, it's a year old. Alright, let's see what's going on.
Important thing is just make sure put the kids first.
So I should see the good quality.
Nothing more than a tool for marketing to very young children, zero value to kids. It's straight up dangerous and should be bought by adults.
I don't like this part of stuff. Okay.
Educational purpose. Why does a child need patented toys? He's gonna have girl issues because everything is valid.
Okay, let's see this stuff, you know. I'm not by any means, got a problem with these people or anything, but let's see. Man, what's wrong with that? At least the child gets money or something like that. Like he has a career, man. And what's wrong, man? He makes money for his family, alright? The family eats. That's pretty good.
Marketing to very young children, zero value to kids. It's straight up dangerous and should be bought.
And what do you mean it's dangerous, alright? It's a kid, he reviews toys, he buys toys. How is that dangerous? What? Explain yourself. Non-educational, man. What do you want them, man? It's, how to say, how people are. Here, this channel is not only non-educational and inappropriate for target audiences. Well, I don't watch it, so I don't know shit, alright? But I guess my little bro watch it. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, this channel, like a non-educational, understandable. Most channels are non-educational, so not much to talk about there. So you can't complain about that. What do you mean blocked by other pants? What's going on?
I hate this channel. Everything about it. Seriously awful. It's a giant commercial.
And they're always talking about freaking McDonald's. What's wrong, man? It's a fucking business. It's a business. Money. Yeah, I don't think it's illegal. It's a giant commercial. Okay, it's for anyone wondering how to believe what do you mean? Most of the mom. What do you mean? Everything about. Okay, now most. What's wrong? Okay, young brains are blah. That's not your problem, man. Let them pay $1 million a year, a week for their photos. It's none of your business. It's none of your business, man. It's not like, oh yeah, rich people, yeah. What rich people do? What the fuck am I saying? It's none of your business. Alright? It's none of your business. It's their family, their child, and by law, it's legal for them to control, or how to say, to have authority, a little bit more of authority over the child until he's 18 years
Garbage, pure garbage. Just another way to manipulate kids to make money with this type of pet.
old. None of your business. It's still none of your
Kids have
business.
no educational purpose. Why?
How many videos on YouTube does not have any educational purpose, alright? Answer that question first and then come complain about other people's content, alright? You see, even this video has no educational purpose, alright? I'm just wasting time. I saw this, I got irritated, and now I want to fucking roast the shit out of this fucking video. I guess I'm not supposed to swear, but I guess I'm swear.
He's gonna have girl issues because everything is valid.
Oh man, have you seen women? Well, the girls are think me, man. So, well, this way he stands up for himself at least. He gets to think about what's called. Uh, he won't be the nice guy, alright? Have you seen how many nice guys finish last? This guy won't be finishing last because he's got money, and well, we have girls fucking all over him. I guess he won't be nice. He will be thinking me. Man, go look at other people, man. The richest people alive, think me, man. That's how you make money, alright?
Ryan's toy review is like a trash reality TV show for small children. It seems to be addictive for
of your business. Kids like that stuff, you know. That's why they make it. It's think about it using logic, right? Darkside of Ryan so
To
dark.
Forbes, throughout 2020, Ryan's World took home an approximate income of $29.5 million.
See that? You wish you had that, alright? You wish you made that in a year. Okay? You wish you had that. You made that in a year, alright? Most people make 50, $60,000 a year. You see, this is reality, alright? You cannot complain. This is addictive. People get money. 12 billion views, man. Man, I don't even know a channel that has a billion subscribers, alright? Not all channels get 12 billion views, man. Cocomelon, alright? It's just people singing and shit like that, alright? And it has around 100 million. Maybe it maybe have surpassed what's called PewDiePie, which is weird, you know, because how many children are there in the world? How many people subscribe to the channel? It doesn't matter, alright?
Making
Continue.
him the first ever YouTuber completer above the likes of Mr. Beast and Jeffree Star.
Oh, he made more money than Mr. Beast, alright? What the fuck do you complain about, okay? Mr. Beast, he gives out money, you know, no problem with that. This kid, he buys toys, alright? I mean, man, it's none of your business, alright? You don't even know. Maybe they give the toys to charity. It's totally none of your business, alright?
The most significant
I
fact
can't
which I'm
drink
sure
water,
many of
shit,
you
it's
are
Ramadan.
already aware is that Ryan is only 9 years old.
Brother, you know, you do not look at the month, alright? At the year. You made it 2020. He's 10 years old, alright? It's none of your business. Cool?
Making him younger than the Angry Birds mobile game, the film
Don't compare human aging to fucking games, alright? Man, there are games from 2006, alright? God of War, man, it's still good to this day. So don't compare games with human beings, alright?
Avatar, as well as the legal working age for a McDonald's employee.
My man, isn't the legal age is 15 or some shit like that? So, or 16, maybe 13. Okay, so don't just say, give us a number, alright? Don't just say, I mean, I'm roasting the shit out of this dude. It's none of your business, alright? Yeah, I'm just think this is useless information, alright? It doesn't matter. Tell them he is 9 years old, alright? It's enough. No need to tell them legal age and shit like that.
29.
And a McDonald's employee, man. McDonald's employee, you don't know who you're going to encounter, alright? And you don't, and in McDonald's you have to cook food, alright? You're feeding people. You maybe poison people if you mess them up, mess the ingredients up or some shit like that. So there is not something you can compare making it a video with cooking food that might poison people.
0.5 million isn't exactly a bad wicket for anyone who's yet to go through puberty. Considering in
True.
every episode it looks like Ryan is having the time of his life, on the surface it seems as though the Ryan's World channel is the spitting image of perfection itself.
Well, there is nothing as there's nothing that's called perfection, alright? Anything a human makes can never be perfect. Neither can a machine, alright?
However, like all things in life, the Ryan's World channel has a dark side that's rarely talked about in
Everything has a dark side, as you mentioned, so talk about
media.
it.
We try not to capture any moment that Ryan's in distress.
Why did you share it? Okay, if they capture a moment in distress, alright, it won't benefit them nor the child, you know, it will be way just getting our cause hate, you know. So use your brain right there.
Legal battles to do with not fully disclosing paid
Popular YouTube toy review channel accused of blurring lines.
words within videos, the exploitation of Ryan for the financial
He's a child, he is there. They are his parents and they have authority over him, right? So it's not being exploited. And they're giving him a career, as I mentioned earlier. A career, alright? He can say I had a YouTube channel since I was young, yeah, on his CV. And I got 29 million, alright? When he goes to be 18, man, he might use this channel for something else. You don't know?
gain of his parents, and most surprisingly, the criminal history associated with Ryan's
Let's
mother,
see his
Joanne
criminal history.
Cogan, who
Okay, I got this far.
in her younger years actually went to prison.
7-year multi-million-dollar YouTube star Ryan Coggie's mother has a criminal past.
In June 2002, when Ryan's mum was 18 years old, she was caught shoplifting at a JC Penney located in her hometown.
shoplifting, alright? Please tell me, alright? You haven't shoplifted in your life, okay? Especially when you're 18. And okay, I'm not protecting the mom or anything, alright? I'm just thinking logically, you know? I have shoplift, you have shoplift, everyone has shoplift, so you cannot compare. Okay, she has just caught, okay?
Town of Houston, Texas. The security of the store discovered that she'd been trying to steal 6 items of clothing, totaling $93, which is equivalent to around
Amen. This is inflation.
$135 today. After being taken back to the police station, she will be fined $150 for the theft, given 40 hours of community service, as well as being put on a 6-month probation.
Okay, see, to keep it simple. Alright,
On
continue.
top of this, she had to carry an offender identification card while also attending an anti-shoplifting program. However, here's where it gets interesting. Rather than simply showing up and doing her 40 hours of community service,
How many people got community service and did not show up? You know, you cannot just hold one person accountable to that. Alright, and then, yeah, it is, I guess, a problem. But most people don't go, you know, and that's normal. Alright, so they cannot complain. Nobody wants to pick up trash or shit like that, I guess.
she sat around and did nothing. Luann didn't report to her community supervisor, didn't pay the fee she was supposed to pay, and didn't even show up to any of the community service when scheduled. For this reason, she would be arrested again, and instead of a $150 fine and a slap on the wrist, she will be sentenced to 2 months in the Houston Harris County Jail. She will remain in jail for...
If you tell me this is the story how he ended up in jail and this is what you call a criminal past, I mean, I don't even need to watch the rest of the video, but I'm going to get the money, but to get some views up and shit like that. But if you tell me this is it, man, I would be disappointed. Okay, it's not even. It's only 2 months, alright? You cannot call that criminal shit, alright?
30 days, after which she'll be released, and from the information available, managed to stay out of jail from that point onwards. Now,
Ah, man, 2 months. Oh man, did she kill someone? Okay, did she steal a bank? Did she rob a bank? I guess not steal. You can't steal the bank, you can rob the bank. And I want to do hand signs and shit, but I can't. Okay, let's continue.
making a judgment about an individual's character based on what they did at the age of 18 is perhaps a little unfair. People
True.
change a lot in 18 years, so her
More
going
true.
to jail could be totally discountable. But at the same
True.
time, I think it'd be unwise to pass it off altogether as, oh, she was just young and dumb.
True. But you can't make something so little, you know? And it's not your fault. It's the guy you took the video from that said that she was in jail. Okay, or shit like that, man. 2 months. And well, everyone has shoplifted, alright? She was unlucky and got caught. Okay, and when you're 18, alright? You don't want to spend your time. You see, I'm 18. Uh, uh, I guess I probably should say I am 18 right now. Alright, cool. Before exposing myself. Okay, yeah, expose my. Okay, what the fuck, okay. Continue, okay,
Started off like
forget
she
it.
was 13 years old stealing some food because she needed to eat and didn't have any money. She was
Oh man, she got unlucky, or it was luck she got caught, but
18 years old and going out of her way to steal expensive clothing, something that's more of a luxury than a necessity. Then, as mentioned, she would go on to double down on her mistake by failing to comply with the consequences.
well, not everyone complies with the consequences, alright?
She just ignored them, giving us an insight into her character at a younger age. Perhaps this is a far-fetched assumption, but maybe we could also say that it showed us she had an innate willingness to cut corners in order to get what she wants, which will be an important factor for later.
Well, see, everyone wants to cut corners, alright? Even I. If someone tells me, yeah, I don't know, man. It depends on the thing, you know? You need to think logically, right? If someone told me, yeah, use your child as a YouTube star, man, hell yeah. Think about the money the child will make when he gets old, alright? And well, if he, if you mean he got problems with girls, man, it's better, man. He can only marry the girl. It's haram, you know? So it's good. Good stuff.
After this whole prison saga was over and done with, Loanne would meet her future husband Cheyenne, with whom she would later have her first son Ryan in October 2011. In
Cool.
March 2015, at the age of only 3.5, Ryan asked his mum, "How come I'm not on YouTube when all the other kids are?"
I was watching other people, and
He even wanted it, alright? It's not like they wanted it as well, so. Ah,
I was like, why am I not on there? And
Following this statement, Ryan's parents would create the Ryan Toys review channel and begin making the videos with him shortly thereafter.
Let's go get it then. You want it? Okay. Put it in the cart.
In July 2015, only 4 months after creating the channel, they would see their first piece of viral success with their video Giant Lightning McQueen Egg Surprise,
I'm filling up gas.
which gained 20 million views after only 1 month. Following this success,
Nice.
the channel began posting new videos daily. And while this was great for the growth of the channel, it began the discussion about whether the channel was really in the best interest of Ryan, or was it borderline abuse.
that's none of your business. It's his family, and they chose to be on YouTube. He gotta deal with the consequences, alright? I know he's a child, but he shows, he asks. It's not like they decided, yeah, we're gonna put you on YouTube. He's the one who decided that or asked for it. Okay, what do you mean just working? Okay, you get to play with toys, I guess. As a child, alright? As a 9-year-old child, you get to play with toys, man. Man, my fucking siblings, you know? Give them this opportunity, man. They don't care, man. Give them these toys, bro. They would be happy for life.
Doing so much work with the money ultimately going to the parents.
Well, according to law, all money you make before, I think here in Germany, I guess, all the money you make, or like all money, yeah, goes to the parents. But the money you make after the age of 13, alright? I guess it goes to you if you work a job. And man, how many? Okay, let me ask you a question, alright? Have you done something, yeah, and got paid for? Are they your parents and you gave them money to your parents and never got them back? Or is it only me, alright? My man, I lost God knows how much.
There's always been a question of ethics in any discussion relating to kids' channels on YouTube.
What are the labor laws about
None
feeding
of your
kids with
business.
videos? Like,
None
what,
of your
who
business.
quantifies the value that they're bringing to the content? and
Are
then
there?
Is that
It's
valuable back to
none
them?
of
It is
your
the case
business.
towards preteens making more than $1 million a year on the YouTube platform, just pure jealousy from other people who might be in their 40s making 60 grand a year, or is there
Yes.
a legitimate case for concern?
There
an
is no
extremely
case for
difficult
concern.
topic to determine for a few main reasons. Firstly, there'd be channels where the child, being the main star, legitimately wants to be a part of the show, which is apparently the case with Ryan.
What
True.
was special is that he wanted his own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of parents who, like, come on,
Push it on
pushing their
them.
kids out there.
However, there are other channels on which you can tell the kids clearly don't want to be involved in the videos, and the parents are forcing them to appear in order to gain ad revenue. So in order to determine whether Ryan being involved in the videos is a part of the channel's Darkside
If they scream at him like that in their videos, alright, then we got a problem, alright? And even putting out on YouTube, alright? Because that's a problem, alright?
side, we have to first determine a few different things. Is it voluntary involvement? Is he being
None of
held
your
at
business.
gunpoint to perform?
He's a child. I don't think you would need a gun.
Does he have to deal
No.
with the difficult parts of the channel like editing, criticism, and innovation?
No,
How much of the spoils and rewards actually go to Ryan in the present and future?
it's none of your business. It's a family problem. It's none of your business, alright? None of our business either.
We see comment after comment talking
See, I'm not on either one sides, but you cannot bring other families' problems and make them your business, alright? We ain't, okay, man, maybe white people, you know, get offended for other people's sake. That's none of your business, alright? I get offended. For example, if someone calls me a Muslim or a terrorist, you know, I may take it as a joke because they're a friend, and then I don't know, out of nowhere comes a random white lady or teenage girl and says, "That's not good. Don't joke about that." I got offended. I told her I'm a Muslim and I don't get offended. How is that none of your business? That's none of your business, alright? And if I don't like it, I could tell him on my own, alright? None of your business.
about how they are exploiting him, which would be awful.
None of your
Which is
business.
true, but simply having him appearing in the videos isn't really exploitation. We need
True.
to ask more questions. Now, the first thing we have to establish here in order to determine whether Ryan's appearance is a part of the dark side of the channel is whether or not Ryan is being forced to appear in the videos. Now, Ryan stated that the channel was birthed because he personally wanted to be on YouTube and it wasn't because his parents.
This might be staged, but I guess he's a 9-year-old child and they would have messed up something to expose his family, and then media would not let that go, alright?
Force him. However, it's also important to question this statement with a healthy level of skepticism. Ryan was only 3.5 when he was first put on the platform. It's hard to believe that any kid of that age would already be keen to personally appear on any kind
You know, that's okay.
of public platform. But I could be completely wrong with that. As shown in the same video, the #1 most desired job for kids aged 8 to 12 is
YouTube star, followed by teacher, professional athlete, musician, and astronaut.
However, if you did a study on the most desired jobs for kids aged 0 to 4, they probably wouldn't have an understanding about the concept of working a job. For this reason, I'd make the assumption that the idea for the channel was more than likely from Ryan's mom. And the story of Ryan just seeing other kids on YouTube and wanting to be a part of it as well is an over-embellished statement to go along with the channel's light-hearted branding.
Well, he's a 9-year-old, alright? Bring me a 9-year-old that can lie and deceive media people, which are made to fuck you over, alright? So they get a bunch of views or, I guess, traffic. Yeah, bring me a 9-year-old that can lie to the media, and then come, let's talk about this stuff, alright? I by the way, message me, you know? I could use some cloud. We can do a collab or some shit like that.
However, while this somewhat answers whose idea it was for the creation of the channel in the first place,
That does not answer anything. It's just a suggestion. Alright? It's not guaranteed. It's not decided. There is no proof. Your statements might be true, but there is no proof, you know? And there's no proof of what they are saying. But since it is their channel, and it's the child, alright? I guess they have more credibility, alright?
it fails to answer the more important question: is Ryan being forced to appear in the videos? In the beginning, perhaps there was a trade-off between Ryan and his mum, where if Ryan's mum got to film Ryan in the videos, Ryan would be able to get as many toys as he wanted. A deal that makes sense for both parties involved. You can clearly see in the beginning that Ryan isn't being forced to appear in the videos. Kids aren't very good at hiding their emotions, especially 3-year-olds. If they're sad, they'll show it. If they're happy, they'll show it.
Why do you want this?
Because I like it.
Oh, is it fun? Does it look fun?
Ryan is clearly happy to be
It's a
on
great
camera
deal,
here,
you
and I
know?
don't
Okay,
see
wait.
anything sinister going on in the beginning, except for the fact that maybe Ryan's mum is using the toys in order to get a nice reaction out of Ryan. But as time has
Give us your child a toy, and they will be happy, alright? Teach your children how to get toys forever, and they will happy. Buy a toy for your child, they will happy with it for a while. Give your children, teach your children how to get a bunch of toys, man. They'll be happy for the life, you know? The same thing with the fish.
progressed and Ryan now has a lifetime supply of toys, using toys as a reward isn't really going to be all that interesting to him anymore. Especially considering he's getting older, which makes me think that unless there's some kind of other incentive for him, the only other way to get him to constantly appear on camera is with a bit of force.
Without proof, you cannot, you know? Cause, well, when I was young, yeah, I wanted to be rich, right? Tell him, hey, do this, you get rich. Alright, man. How? Show me how, and I would do it. I don't give a fuck. You know, come to me when I was at the age of 9, yeah? Tell me, go rob a bank and you will get rich and you won't get in a problem. Yeah, and if that was true, man, I would go and do it. Alright? Mission
If we combine this with the fact
accomplished.
that their channel has somewhat of a schedule and uploads almost daily, we can almost be certain that there are days where Ryan doesn't feel like making.
You know, I don't know about you, man, but you can film more than one video per day, if I'm not mistaken, you know. And then, as you see, some of them are 3 minutes, some of them are 38. You don't know, man. They might film a longer video, cut it into 2 parts, and then just film an intro to it.
The content and would have to be somewhat forced by his parents in order to appear in the video.
That's not guaranteed. It's just a suggestion. What to say is
Videos, which would be an element of the channel's dark side. However, I could be wrong with this once again, and here's why. Firstly, because as previously mentioned, even a 9-year-old isn't very good at
See, I respect that, alright? I respect that you say people, that you tell people that you might be wrong, because there's no guarantee to your claims, alright? Since I guess it's hard to give proof when you don't even know the people in person, I guess. And even, if you knew them, you won't be making a video about them, I guess.
hiding their emotions. If he wasn't willing to appear in the videos, you'd be able to tell straight away. Secondly, Ryan doesn't actually have a very big role on the channel in terms of workload. He's the host and the face of the channel, but compared to the rest of the work required, those are probably the easiest jobs. A lot of these comments that state
Pretty
that the parents
easy,
are
yes.
exploiting the son for views must think that this kid is working 15 hours every single day, whipped by the parents in order to get into his video. But I would totally disagree with that. He's not going to be doing any editing. He's not going to have to worry about scripting. He's not going to be dealing with sponsors.
Like, see, man, I'm too poor to get an editor, alright? So I'm going to edit this for God knows how long, alright?
He's not going to be constantly innovating with new ideas. He's not going to be dealing with sets. All of the hard work is being done by Ryan's parents and their team.
Hey, bro, you see, man, he's famous, alright? You know how many women would fall for famous, man? Alright, and he actually does his own content, alright? So, yes, somehow has his own content, alright? That's buying toys and making toys factories rich, and then toys factories rich will sponsor them, and they will get free stuff or exclusive stuff. You don't know this shit, alright? So it's pretty good.
Behind the scene, it's a lot more work than somebody might think. It is very time consuming. I would do all the editing after Ryan goes to bed, so I would stay up several hours.
Assuming all of the back work is done by the parents, each of these videos could probably be filmed within the space of an hour. On top of this, there are videos where Ryan literally has 3 lines, with the rest of the video being taken over by an adult talking in a kid's voice. Ryan's total quote-unquote
Perfect.
work week is probably like 10 hours max, which isn't exactly all that bad, especially
Hey, bro, man.
when considering how much
Okay.
the channel is earning, which brings us to the question of finances.
Revenue is being generated because these children are creating content. Where does that money go? Is it parents that are?
Well, there's taxes, alright? Even though he's a child, he has to pay tax as well. And let's say the parents. Well, yeah, what's wrong? Okay, continue.
One of the often perceived dark sides of the Ryan's World channel is that the parents are pocketing all the money.
Man, what do you mean? What's wrong with that, fam? It's a family, alright? It's a family, okay? The channel would not survive with him alone, alright? Him alone won't survive. The channel won't even exist. He's the face, yeah, but they need someone to edit and shit
I
like
hope
that.
when Ryan's 21, he gets to sue his parents for not sharing.
That's none of you. Okay, please. What would a 9-year-old use $29 million on, alright? So completely cut that out, alright? What do you mean sue, alright? Oh man, he got clout, alright? Clout is even worth more than money, alright? In the future, man, he can get connections that are, man,
Any money with.
fam, I don't even have a net worth, man. He has a net worth, alright?
Now, the level of idiocracy within this comment is immeasurable.
Thank you.
I've had a good
I
look, and there's
appreciate that.
absolutely no sources pointing to how much Ryan receives for his contribution. So first things first, we don't even know how much of the revenue Ryan is receiving for his portion of the work. However, let's make some assumptions. Let's assume that maybe 5% of all profits go back to Ryan for him to use at an older age, and that's probably an extremely conservative estimate. Assuming the channel made $29 million in 2020, that's still $1.5 million for approximately.
Bro, 9-year-old and you make $1.5 million per year. 1.5, alright? Brother, man, my goal here is to make $1 million by the age of 20, alright? How the man, this kid makes my dream in every year.
10 hours of work per week available for Ryan to use at a later date. And if that's the case, I can't really see how that's such a negative. He'll never have to work a crappy first job that he hates. He'll never have to take out a loan just to go to college. Even
True.
if only 1% of the profit goes to Ryan, that's still $300,000 a year in his name at the age
Brother,
of 9.
look at
And
this.
while as long as Ryan is being paid enough to set him up for life, it's hard to see any problems there. However, a problem might raise when you examine how the money is being earned, another element that's been associated with the dark side of the channel. In September 2019, a complaint was filed to the Federal Trade Commission claiming that the sponsored videos feel too authentic and cannot be distinguished from unsponsored content. At the time, it was revealed that around 90% of Ryan's World's videos contained sponsored content, all of which being targeted to preschoolers who were too young to distinguish between a sponsored video and a review. Ryan's parents responded by saying that the well-being of our viewers is always a top priority for us. We strictly follow all platforms' terms of service and all existing laws and regulations, including advertising disclosure statements. And I guess this one as a whole is just another question of ethics. To what extent should they reveal to their audience that what they're watching is sponsored? Will it even make a difference considering it's stated that kids younger than the age of 8 or 9 cannot recognize advertising within media?
Bro, my little bro is like 2 months, and then my little sister that's like, I don't know, man, 2 years, maybe when she was like 1 year and a half, man, she was watching YouTube and watching this shit. Or, I guess, this gold mine, I guess. I need to stop swearing and say, wow.
Many reviews of the Ryan's World channel state that the content targets your toddlers like cigarette companies.
Well, do you know what cigarette companies do, man? They let a child that's 12-year-old or 13-year-old, yeah, steal a pack, yeah, and smoke. Cool. And they know that the child will come back to buy more, alright? And,
Should
well,
advertising be disallowed within the videos altogether?
that's none of your business. It's business. It's their business. It's their job.
What incentive would Ryan's World have to continue making content if they completely removed
Listen here, sponsorship does not include only making money, alright? They might get exclusive toys.
sponsors? A natural element of the channel's dark side is that in order for the creation of the content to be worth it, they kind of have to advertise to kids. And if parents want to distract their kids with YouTube content, they have to bear the brunt of having their kids advertise.
True.
All in all, I think this might be one where you guys have to draw your own conclusion as to the shade of black that permeates the dark side.
I don't see a single
Is
black
Ryan
thing,
being
alright?
exploited for the financial gain of his parents, or is it reasonable as long as he's receiving a cut of the pie? Is it ethical to continue sponsorships to an audience
Okay, let's answer this question. Personally, think, man, he gets paid. He should be happy, alright? There are people that work, man, 40 hours, 8 hours a year, and or a week, yeah, and don't even get this amount of money. Okay, so you cannot complain. 300,000, man. Man, doctors make 70,000, 60. Man, who God knows how little they make, alright? 60,000, 60, 70,000, alright? You cannot complain about that. Cool? Maybe 80, 90. He makes 300, alright? 1,000 a year. You cannot complain about that.
as long as he's receiving a cut of the pie? Is it ethical to continue sponsorships to an audience too young to understand that they're being advertised?
Well, they don't decide who watches the video, right? It's not like they can control. Well, I guess. Well, they can't say under the age of 18, yeah? So, or it's made for kids, right? Yeah, but only kids use this shit, okay? For kids, okay. Well, what do you mean? Okay, they say, okay, this is sponsored, alright? Yeah, man. I do think, it's a sponsorship. TVs have sponsorships, alright? And when I was young, yeah, I watched TV when I was 6, 5 years old, alright? And yeah, there were sponsorships all over the place, bruv. So you cannot complain about that.
Does the criminal history of Luan Kaji make an impact on
2 months, 2 months. That's too little to even count, okay? And man, everyone wants to take a shortcut. Even I want to take a shortcut, so you cannot complain about that.
how the channel is run today? It'd be safe to say that their practices aren't perfect. But hey, for the many parents
Nothing is perfect.
out there that appreciate his ability to stop their child from crying, Ryan's World has its place on the platform, perfect practices or not.
True. Mr. Bates' brother didn't succeed on YouTube. Mr. Bro. Yeah, maybe I'll react to that right after this one. Maybe nah. Alright. This is the end of today's video, I guess. Yeah, I'm usually streaming only a kiss. This was fun to see. Alright, guys. Good luck, boys. Or and girls.